Okay, so good evening, everybody. Today we just try to continue to talk in chapter 14, consumption and savings. And actually, this is we can call this as a micro foundation for the macroeconomic. I mean, this is micro foundation. Micro foundation of macroeconomics. Okay, so because we can understand about the macroeconomic, but actually macroeconomic also combine all the micro situation. So we need to try to know something about the micro foundation. Okay, so especially for the consumption. So here we can try to show you something about the theory of the consumption. So the first is for the cans. So we mentioned before, talk something about the consumption theory. And actually, we can try to understand for the cans, his consumption theory actually is dependent on absolute consumption. So you can remember we mentioned before. For example, this is Y, and this is we can say this is planning aggregate supply or planning output. Okay, and here actually we can write down this is AEP. This is we call planning aggregate expenditure or planning aggregate demand or spending. Okay, so here we talked before. This is the 45 degree. Okay, and the 45 degree we can to write down this is the represent ASP equal to AEP. Okay, so here we also can get the consumption behavior. So you remember we talked, this is the consumption. Okay, so here you can see this is represent AEP1 equal to consumption, and also equal to C 0, B 1. Okay, so here you can see this is the C0. C0 we can say this is the automatically consumption. For example, your student and actually your earning is 0. Every day you need have the basic consumption. Okay, so this is the special for the consumption. Okay, so and after that we can try to know some characteristic of the consumption. Okay, so did you remember we mentioned before special for the psychology. Okay, so economic psychology. Okay, so did you remember we mentioned the basic characteristic. So for example, this is the first one, MPC larger than 0 but less than 1. Okay, and the second one, we also can try to get the APC larger than MPC. Okay, this is the called average propensity consumption larger than marginal propensity of consumption. And the third one, we also get the delta Y, delta APC less than 0. So the basic we can find this is 3 special for the consumer behavior. We can get this result. Okay, so did you remember? Question? No. We talked the consumption function. Okay. Actually, in the case, he got the spatial, but we just try to let you know. For the case, his idea, the consumption, is belong to absolute consumption. In particular, this consumption actually only for the short run, short run. Okay. They're not concerned for the long run. Okay. So here we also try to find another different model concern for the long run. Okay. And what's different for the long run? Okay. Actually, the long run is represent the consumption curve. We become to this situation. We will become to this situation. Okay, so here you can see this is this is represent this is the K1. Okay, so if we drop the consumption function like this situation, we can call this is for the long run. And what is special? So you can see in particular, you can find maybe first MPC less than 1 and larger than 0. But the second one is represent APC equal to MPC. This is the special for the long run. Okay, APC equal to MPC. Okay, and so you can look like this situation. And the other way, you also can try to see delta Y, delta APC, basically they can equal to 0. Okay, so these 3 things is represent. This is special for the long run. Okay, and what's the story different between them? Okay, so you need to know. So the first, we call this is the Dusenberry. The Dusenberry, he mentioned for the consumption behavior, actually, it's not dependent on absolute consumption. Actually, is dependent on the relative consumption. So, do you know the story? Do you know about a relative consumption? You will compare. You would like to compare with someone or with your past time and the current time. Okay. So here you can see special for the relative. This relative one is for maybe you consider the past time and then current time. Okay. You compare. For example, now you are a student, okay, and when you graduate, you have a job, and how to make your decision for your consumption. Okay, sometimes we got a poor situation and get a much better living situation. It's good, but can you imagine if your family had a good economic status, but after that your family, the business fail, and then you become poor person, and how to face this difficult situation? If you are from poor to rich, okay, it will be more easy, more easy. Okay, if your living situation from rich to poor is very difficult to face this situation. So can you imagine? So sometimes now your situation, you are a student. Actually, you only have the basic need. Okay, maybe in Taiwan. 6,000 or 8,000 is enough for your 1 month, okay? But when you graduated and then you have a job, okay, and then maybe you need 20,000 or 30,000, okay, because your situation got much better, so you enjoy your life, okay? One day, if you lose your job, you become unemployed. And then your economic status will become more difficult. So can you imagine? Okay, so this is you just compare by yourself. Okay, you just compare your past time and current time or future time. Okay, so we call this as the relative consumption. Or maybe we can call this is the, maybe we can say this is the absolute income. Absolute income, and this is the relative income. So you can see we write down consumption equal to BY. Okay. So here, your consumption behavior is dependent on your income. And what is income? It's your absolute income. Okay? How much money do you have? And then you want to try to do some consumption. And after that, this consumption is dependent on your relative income. Relative, maybe you compare. Okay? Maybe you past time, you got a lower income. Now you have the higher income, okay? And the other situation, this is just compare, okay, by yourself for your story, okay? But the other way, you compare. This is the relative social position. Compare with someone, compare with someone. Okay. For example, you got a good situation. For example, now I'm a professor, so I got a higher social position. But one day when I lost my job, okay, and then maybe I lost everything. So and after that, how to face my difficult situation. Okay, when I've been professor, so I had the car, I had the housing, and then if one day I got a poor situation, I become a beggar, I lost everything, and then it will be more difficult. Because when I got a good job, so I have a higher social position. But if I lost my job, for example, someone become unemployment, they lost their job, so their earning will be decreased. Okay, so how to conserve their consumption? This is represent depending on their relative income. And the third story, this consumption dependent on their whole life, the life circle. The life circle. So what is life circle? It's like this situation. So you can see here, this is represent, this is the time. Okay? And all represent your age. Okay? And here is the consumption and your income. Okay? So you can look, for example, this is represent your consumption. Okay, your consumption from 0. Okay, so this is for the long run. And the other, you also can look. This is your income. Okay, so for example, maybe like here, this is your age. When can you have the earning? Maybe, for example, you graduate maybe 20 or 22. You graduate from university, okay? But actually, when you was born until 22, you always found your consumption larger than your income. And for example, here is represent 30 years old, and here is represent 65. When my whole life, okay, when your age upgrade to the 30 to the 65, you can look your earning always larger than your consumption. Okay, so here it's represent you have some savings. Okay, some savings, right? But after 65, your consumption always larger than your income, because it's represent you are retired. Okay, so retire, your earning will be less than your consumption. So it's represent maybe this is for the young, generation. Okay, you are younger or young generation. When you was young, your consumption always larger than your income. And when you retire, okay, this is retire. Okay, so your consumption always larger than your income or earning. So only during this middle age, so you can have the more money. Okay, so can you imagine how much do you need for your whole life? You earn a lot of money and then you lend your money to your children, or you earn, for example, 100 million and you use over 100 million. Would you like to lend your assets or your money to your children or not? Or can you imagine, do you like to expect your grandparent or your parent can lend some money to you? But why? Why they need to lend money to you? You become adult, you can be more independent. Okay, if you need anything, you need to pay your efforts, pay your contribution, and then you can have some benefit. Okay, actually, everything is not free lunch, not free. Okay, so I talked Taiwan story before. Okay, for my generation, actually, after the Second World War, we got a poor situation. For my generation, we are so lucky because we pay our time, pay our effort, and then we can earn a lot of money. But how about your generation? Okay, your generation, your parents always provide a good environment for you, and you was born until now, you just enjoy, but you don't know how to earn money. Okay, so how to keep a good situation for your future. Okay, so I'm not sure. Actually, everybody we got a different story. So how about your story? Okay, every day we are all more changeable. Okay, so how to get a good situation and a good life? So everybody we need to imagine how much do you need for your whole life, or how much do you need for your consumption? I'm not sure, do you like to make more contribution to people, or you enjoy more benefit from your society? So these two words, I'm not quite sure, can you imagine? Contribution and benefit. Okay? Contribution and a benefit. Okay? So you need to pay your contribution first, and then you can enjoy your benefit later. Okay? So can you imagine how much contribution you can make, and then you can receive how much benefit? Okay? If for our whole life we can calculate, this is what we call the life circle. Okay? Can you imagine how much do you need? How much for your whole life? Or do you know about the life expectancy? Do you know life expectancy? Do you know what is life expectancy? For example, in Taiwan now, for the woman, female, maybe 80 years old, and for the man, maybe only 72. Okay. So, for example, my story. Okay. Now I already 57. So how long I can continue to have my life? Maybe I only less 15 years. Okay. So I conserve my life so much. Okay. So I only for my later life only 15 years. Okay. If I can live more than 72, yes, I win. Okay. But maybe less or maybe more. But this is an average in the Taiwanese society. So I'm not sure in Korea how. How long for the life expectancy? Do you know? Or maybe you can check. Okay, maybe similar with Taiwan. Okay, but actually in Korea society, always got a higher pressure. So the suicide rate in the Asian country, suicide rate. Do you know about suicide rate? Suicide rate. the Korea is the highest in the Asian country. Okay, because the young person got a higher pressure, and then they don't like to live again. They just suicide by themselves. Okay, so maybe South Korea people, you need to learn how to calm down. Okay, and then you need to relax. Okay, or you need to try to learn some art. Okay, so let your life become more comprehensive, more beautiful, or more happiness. Okay, so how about the Spain? I mean the life expectancy in the Spain. Do you know?
For females is 75, and for males is
85.
Yeah, and for men 85.
85 for the woman.
Yeah, and for men 80.
80. Okay. So I mean you need to imagine you got a long life, but how much do you need for your later life? Okay. So for example, now you are young generation. For example, now you are 20 years old. Okay, 22. Okay, 22, and then you have the time. You have the 58 years. Okay, and you can imagine. You can try to imagine how much do you need for your whole life. Okay, you can calculate. Okay, so you need to find a good job, and then you need to earn more money, and how to manage. Okay, or you want to keep single, or you want to marry, or how many children do you want? Okay, so we need to calculate for this situation. Okay, so this is the Moore diagram. He just mentioned for the life circle theory. Okay, and finally, person, this is Emil Friedman. He also mentioned about permanent income. Okay, so I'm not sure. Do you like to do the forecast? Do you like the forecast? This forecast is right. Nobody can understand about your future. Okay, your future. But a lot of people, they want to know. Okay, so you can imagine our whole life. We have the permanent income, and then we also have some permanent consumption. Okay, maybe they have some proportion relationship between these two variables. Okay, so for example, how much do you for the eat? You always imagine the rich person always eat a lot of things. Is right or not? For example, you are a student. You like to have a beef, enjoy a big meal. And how about a rich person like Bill Gates? Okay, he was very, very rich. But how about his meal? Actually, his meal may be poorer than you. He didn't like to eat the beef. Every day just eat the vegetable and apple, fruit. Okay, they are not enjoy the big meal. So sometimes we need to know how much can you eat, or how much money can you spend. Okay, so this is a concern for the long run, long term. Okay, so sometimes we don't need to complain so much. Okay, so actually for every person we have a different story, and Okay, so can you understand? So here, this chapter just try to talk the story about the consumption behavior. Okay, so the special for the Keynes, when the Keynes talk the consumption function, actually is dependent on the income. This income we call absolute income. Okay, and they have some special relationship. So here we can mention this is the marginal propensity consumption larger than 0 but less than 1. Okay, and then we can find the APC larger than MPC, and then we also can find when the income increase, and then APC would decrease. Okay, so okay, so if possible, you also need to try to check from the e-learning. Okay, so this is the chapter 14, consumption and savings. So here you can look in the introduction. We can try to know y equal to c plus. We write down y equal to c plus I plus z plus x minus n. Okay. Actually, the consumption more than 70% is in the GDP. Okay, so it means this is more than 70%. Okay, so it means it's a higher proportion for the GDP. So you can look consumption amount for about 70% of the AD. AD is mean aggregated demand, or for the GDP. So here you can look from the fluctuation in consumption proportionally smaller than the fluctuation in the GDP. And the second, the consumption is relatively stable. Okay, and this chapter we just try to understand consumption and the link between the consumption and the income. Okay, so here we just try to talk this as a consumption theory. It's the special story about the income. Okay, so the first you can look the Keynes model MPC is higher So here you can look. This is represent the debate over different consumption theory. So debate over the sign of the marginal propensity to consume. So we call this is MPC. Okay. So MPC in general between 1 and 0. Okay. So you can look here. So you can find this finger. The black one is represent per capita disposable income. Actually, this is the GDP, and the blue one is the consumption. So from the 1960 to the 2010 or 15, okay. So you can look the consumption follow income suite. That's last 5 and 10 years. Okay, so you can try to know the story. Okay, and the other we also can try to see the this finger, the break. Okay, so you can look the consumption. They have some relationship with the this is the current and the legal consumption. Okay, so you can try the story. So for example, CT equal to 85.35 and 1.00 consumption T minus 1. It means for everybody they need to make their decision. They concern for the current consumption or the future consumption. Okay, so you can look like here. I'm not sure for your personal idea, you prefer for the current consumption or future consumption. You want to enjoy it first or you want to enjoy it later. I'm not sure. Actually, we would like to make this is like the psychology test. Okay. For example, you buy the grape, the fruit, grape. You would like to enjoy the big one, sweet one, enjoy first, or you choose the small one or not so sweet, eat first. Can you understand what I mean? Okay, you buy grape, okay, the grape, okay, the grape. You buy this grape, okay, and then you just try to conserve. If this grape, only you can enjoy it first. You want choice the big one first, or small one first. How about your feeling? Can you get my point? Now you both the grape and you clean again, okay? And hold the grape, only you can enjoy. So you want choice, this is the first or this one is first. You want choice the big one first, please take your hand. One. You want choice the small one first, take your hand. Why? Yeah, this is.
I prefer the good things for later.
Okay. So you want to enjoy the good things later. So you want to enjoy the good things first. Okay. So this is a psychology test. Okay. Another one. I mean, you need to know about yourself. Okay? If you choose this first, okay? Eat first, okay? Enjoy first. It's represent your mind more bright. Okay? And if you want to eat this first, okay? It's represent you are more conservative, or more dark. Do you know why? You can imagine, okay? For example, the lady, you eat this first, okay? Already missing. And this is become first again. So you from 1 to 4, or big one. Can you understand? Because you eat the biggest first, okay? And the second one become big again, okay? Biggest again. So from first one to last one, or big one, okay? If you enjoy the small one first, you from 1 to 4 are all small one. Because this is the small one you eat, so the other one becomes smaller again. So you from first to the last one, all small one. Okay? So you can look, so your mind more bright, your mind more concerned. Okay? But you need to remember, this is special for you. Okay? This is represent one person. One person's decision. Okay? If you join the group, okay? Special for the 2 person. Special for the 2 person and over. And how to eat. You have a good relationship. You need to choose the small one. If you choose the big one, nobody like you. Because it represents you are more selfish. You are not the concern in other people. Okay? So sometimes you need to consider this is special for individuals. For individual, okay? Or for group. Okay? In individual, you choose the big one. Enjoy the consumption, is represent is good. But it's in the group, okay, you need to be careful. I'm not sure, do you know about the Chinese culture or the Korea? Do you respect to the older, the elderly? We are respect to, in our society, we always respect to the elderly. Okay? And respect to the wisdom. If someone got a good idea or smart, we all respect to them. Or they are old. Okay? So in the Chinese society, we respect to the elderly, we respect to the wisdom. I'm not sure in Korea the same or not. Okay? And how about Spain?
Less
You respect to the elderly or not?
I do, but the rest of the people is not like here.
Yeah? Do you like that elderly or not?
I do.
Yeah. So, or do you respect to the wisdom? Someone smart, someone correct, some good idea. So you, if he provides some suggestion to you, you always are happy to receive. Okay. So like this situation. Okay. So here we just try to mention about the current consumption or future consumption. Which one is more important? Okay. So here you also can try to know about the. This is the. Okay. This is represent C1, C0, C0, C1. Okay. The 0 is mean this is the represent current consumption, and this is represent future. Okay, future consumption. One is for the future consumption, one is for the current consumption. Okay, so how to make your decision? Okay, so in general, so you can connect this line. Okay. And you can have this situation. We can write down this is a maximum U, C0, C1, and the subject to C0, C1, E plus I plus R, and Y0, and Y1, and Y plus R. This is representing for our whole life. Okay, we have the current consumption and the future consumption. We also have the current income and the future income, and how to manage. So we just try to conserve. You will enjoy first or enjoy later. Okay, so. We have a break 10 minutes, and please come back again. Okay, we just try to continue and complete this section, and after that, Mr. Tsai, he will try to do the presentation, and then maybe he can do a good sample for everybody, okay? So here we just try to continue. Try to find the earlier case, the theory explained consumption as a function of the current disposable income. Okay, so here you can see this is the current consumption, and this is the basic consumption, and this is the introduced consumption. Okay, so after that. You also can try to see this is special for the life cycle theory. The life cycle hypothesis of the view individuals as planning their consumption and savings behavior over long period. Okay, so we just try to say this is the life cycle. Okay, so for the whole life. Okay. This is the young generation period. This is retired, and this is on the middle age. Okay, so you can look if during the young age, maybe the consumption larger than earning or income, or retired same, and on the medium age, you can look the earning always larger than the consumption. Okay, so here you also can try to see their consumption in the best possible way over their entire lifetime. Okay, so the different MPC, all of the preliminary income and transitory income, and whereas compared to the Keynes theory. So I just try to mention about the Keynes theory. Actually, is for the short run, and the life cycle or the permanent they conserve for the long run. In particular, we also mentioned about the relative income. So relative income we compare with the past time and the current time. This is compared by themselves. And the second one, the relative the social position, compare with the someone. Okay, so we can find for most people from the poor situation enter rich situation is easy, it's good. But if one day, if you from the rich situation enter to the poor situation, it's very difficult for everybody. Okay, so sometimes we just try to mention how to manage for our whole life. Okay, so here you can try to see for the individuals they don't like consumption to change dramatically from year to year. Okay, so you can see the situation. So here maybe we can imagine for our life. So suppose an individual start life at the age 20. For example, you're a student, maybe the age 20. Okay, so the plans to work until age 65. Okay, will die at the age 80. Okay, so we just mention about the life expectancy. Okay, in Taiwan, women 80 and men 72. Okay, so you can imagine. For example, if we will die at the age 80. Okay, so you can imagine. Has annual labor income of the for the year earning. Okay, you got the 1 year, you have the $30,000. Okay, and how long for your working hour? Working hour. Okay, you can look from 20 to the 65. So on your working hour or working year, have the 45 years. So you can imagine for your whole life, you can get 1,350,000. Okay, this is for your whole life. So you also can calculate by yourself how much can you earn. Okay, you can imagine. Okay, so if 1 month you have the $50, okay, and 1 year you can imagine. Okay, for example, now for the young generation, you every month you only got the NT dollar, $22,000. Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe this is quite low. Okay, so we hope for our whole life. Okay, 50,000. You can imagine if possible. We hope every month we got a 50,000. So 1 year you got the this is the 60. This is the okay. So for example, 600. This is the 600,000. Okay, this is for the 1 year. Okay, and you can imagine how long can you work in? For example, 40 years. So you can try to calculate. Okay, 24. This is the how many zero? This is the 60. Okay. So it's represent for your whole life. Maybe you have the 24 million NT dollar. Okay. So how much can you spend for your family? Okay. So here you can try to see your lifetime resource, the total. Okay. And after that you need to calculate for your consumption, your spending. Okay. The lifetime resource over the number of the year. For example, now you will die at 80, so you need to spend for the 60 years, but you only have the 45 for the working years. Okay, So you need to calculate how many, how much can you spend for the per year. Okay, so this is represent per year. If you can keep your single situation, you are not married. Okay, so you are single. Okay, you only earn money and do the consumption by yourself. You need to carry for your family or your other members. Okay, so this is your story. Okay, so and after that, you also can try to see this for the time you have some savings and some dis-savings. Okay, so you can check. This is maybe you can look back here. Okay, you can write down this is the consumption and this is the earning. Okay, so you can look. This area is represent you have this savings. This savings. This is the savings. Okay, so you can try to conserve how to manage for your life. Okay, so I'm not sure everybody you need to pay more responsibility by yourself. Okay, so you cannot say, oh, I only want to enjoy and then I don't like to pay any responsibility. This is impossible. Okay, so I'm not sure until now can you imagine for your future. Okay, so here you can try to see. So and after that you also to consider the MPC, all of the permanent income is larger or small or fairly close to zero. Okay, so we just try to mention before. This is represent this is situation. I mean, for the cans, this is the consumption equal to 0 P1. This is represent. This is for the short run or short period. And the other, if from the 0, this is represent C equal to K, K1. This is special for the long run, long period. Okay, because here you can look. This is C0. This is the concern for the short run. So we have the basic consumption. But for our whole life, if we concern for your whole life, okay, so you need to consider more than 45 years or 60 years or more, okay, and how to manage. You can imagine how much can you earn or how much can you do your consumption, okay. So everybody, we need. I'm not sure we cannot say well, we only dependent on our parents because our parents will become old and our parents also will die. So I'm not sure, did you remember? I also told a story last semester. You can try to draw your friend or relatives. Maybe you have a good friend or good relatives, okay? And the total maybe have 50 people, okay? And then you draw away. Finally, you only have the 3. The one is your parents. One is your parents. One is your partner, okay? One is your children, okay? How to draw away again? You have the relationship which is the more than 50%, okay? and then you consider maybe they are not so important, so they can draw away. Okay? And finally, you only have the three very difficult to make the decision. Which one can draw away first? The parent, partner, or children? You consider, David, which one you want can draw first? Christian, yeah. You have the three choices. The total, you have a friend, your relatives, the total more than 50%. And then you consider maybe they are not important, so they can draw away. And finally, you only have the parents and the partner and the children. Do you know partner? Partner is wife or husband. Okay, we call partner. And after that, how to make your decision, which one can draw away first? Christine? Partner. Okay. And why? You want to remarry again? You look, your wife is not so good, so you just divorce, separate, or draw away.
You can do it.
Pardon?
You can do it, but parents, you only have and your parents.
Okay. So in your opinion, you mean you can draw away partner? And you, which one? You need to draw away. I know it's very difficult to make a decision, but you need to make a decision. I know it's very difficult. Which one? You also agree partner. Okay, and how about the Taiwanese gentleman? Which one is want to draw away? Parent. Why? You? Yes. Okay, that's a good point. Okay. Remember, the next would be the parent draw away first. Although you don't like, but you must face this difficult situation because our parent always older than us, 25 or 20 years old. Okay? So we need to say goodbye with our parent. Okay? And which one is next? Yeah, we also need to say goodbye with children. And finally, he was surprised, oh my God, for your whole life, only your partner, they can stay with you long time. Okay? So in particular, in the Asian country, we only consider one marriage. One marriage. Okay? We don't like to divorce. We don't like to separate. Okay? So you need to sincerely to make your decision to marry. Okay? So Christine, you must carefully. The pattern is very difficult to draw away. Okay? And after that you will surprise, oh my God, for your whole life. Because the parent with us maybe only 20 years. Okay? 20 years. The children also are with us all 20 years. And the partner maybe more than 40 years. Okay? Maybe more. So can you understand? So actually now, you with your parents, your relationship is near to break. Okay? So you need to carry. When you have a holiday, you go back. Sometimes you need to hug with your parent because you will say goodbye. Can you understand? Okay? So if possible, you need, when you go back, you need to do your best to do the houseworking with your parent. Okay? You are not lazy again, okay? your parents say, oh, someone you clean the floor or clean the housing, and you say, oh, I'm lazy, I don't like. No, you need to take this opportunity. Actually, this opportunity is quite free time. Okay? In particular, I think your parent, the age may be similar with me. Okay? And actually, we all become to the middle age. Our hairs already become fall down. Okay? So you must careful. Okay? So now you need to become more independent, and then you need to try to learn how to be stronger. Okay? So after that, your parent will transfer for the family business to you. So you need to have the higher responsibility, and then how to carry your parent, how to carry your family as well. Okay? So I think this is all important. So and after that, so you can try to see. And the next, this is we all mentioned about per manner income theory. Okay, so sometimes we just try to make the life cycle hypothesis. So sometimes we need to consider about the current consumption. It's not dependent on the current income, but on the long-term estimate of income. So here, in particular, Middle Friedman call this per manner. So here, you can just try to see this one. Okay. So here, you can see C0, Y0, and this is the C1 or Y1. Okay. So you can look. Here is represent. This is the indifference curve. We call the maximum utility. So this is U0, U1, or maybe U2. Okay. So here we want to try to have the equivalent point E. Okay. This point E is mean. We can make the choice the current consumption and the future consumption. So this is the equilibrium point. Okay. So sometimes we need to consider how to make the decision for your current consumption and future consumption. Okay. So in Chinese world, we would like to encourage the young generation. You want enjoy first, or you want enjoy later. Okay. So actually, for our whole life, I'm not sure in your opinion, you have any special idea. So sometimes you can look at the per manner income. So in the Chinese philosophy, do you know about the 8 words? In the Chinese philosophy, we have the 8 words. Do you know about the Chinese philosophy? 8 words. When you was born, you have a good life, or you are poor life. Already dependent on heaven. Okay, so we have the 8 words. How to calculate? For example, the time, including the year and the months. Okay, or the day, or the time. Okay, so you can add the some word when you was born. Okay, for example, for my case, I was born in 1960. Okay, so I can calculate the Chinese calendar, and then I can know how weight I have. How weight. how weight I have, okay, and which month, okay, and which day and which time, okay, so you can calculate, okay. Sometime when you want to marry, in the traditional Chinese culture, the professional people, they would try to find the lady and the gentleman. There are 8 words, okay. They can understand this couple, they marry, they have a good life or not, okay. So before marriage, they must check again. So I'm not sure in Korea also have the same culture or not. The similar, okay. And this, the second is about your name. Okay. In our name, Chinese name, how many words you need to calculate. Okay. Then I'm not sure have another special. Is the total of the 8 situation, so they can calculate, and then they can try to know if the weight is heavy. This is represent you will be become rich. If this is not heavy, so light, it's represent maybe you would got a poor situation. Okay, so a lot of people, they would like try to know about a story about future. Okay, so here you can try to see the consumption function is named C equal to small c yp yp2. Yp is called per manner disposable income. Okay. So, like we talked before, they just this represent this is for the long term, okay. So, in particular, for our consumption, also under uncertainty, okay. So sometimes I'm not sure. We don't know about the next, okay. So. Sometimes, for example, I have a student, actually, she got a very good situation, and then she transferred from another university from Taipei and to here. Actually, she was very smart and very beautiful, but her life is not so lucky. One day, he drive a motorcycle and got a great accident, and he broke his body, so got a very poor situation. So I mean, if the history can come back, can return, okay. Actually, she didn't need to come here for study, okay. So I'm not sure. Can you get my point? Okay, so sometimes we don't know about future. Okay, actually we got a more higher uncertainty. Okay, so sometimes I always talk to the student. We need to conserve. Sometimes how to have a good situation and live far away with the poor situation. Okay, so we need to be very careful. For example, I always remind you, you need to have the normal life. Okay, I have another classmate. He just drive the motorcycle, go to the outside on the midnight, maybe 11:30 p.m. He just drive the motorcycle and go to outside to have a meal or anything, and then he drive motorcycle and face the car, and got a big trouble. Okay, so I would like to talk to the student. in the Chinese calendar, which month is the ghost month? Ghost month. Do you know about the ghost month? In the Chinese calendar on July. Okay, so in Taiwan you can look on July. A lot of people buy back. Did you find Christine when you come here? You did not sleep, so it's possible until July. But the July on the Chinese calendar, I think is on August or September. Okay, and the whole month we call the ghost month. Okay, but sometimes I would make a joking. Not the ghost month, it's the ghost year. Every day. Okay, so I just remind you, on the midnight, you need to step at your bed. Go to sleep. Don't go to outside, because outside is very dangerous. Okay, so sometimes you cannot challenge hold the outside situation. It's not necessary. Okay, so I hope everybody, you need to keep a good situation, to be a good student. Okay, you can sleep earlier, wake up earlier, make more exercise, and pay more time for your study. Okay, this is a good life. If you don't like, okay, you just sleeping on the daytime and working on the night, and you got a big trouble. Okay, so if you got a big trouble, who need to pay the responsibility? Only you. Nobody can change. Okay, so here they just try to tell a story about this is the PILCH. What is PILCH? This is the permanent income. And LCY is life cycle hypothesis. Okay, so sometimes we can try to imagine we have permanent income. We also have the permanent consumption. Okay, if the current consumption equal to the current income, or the future consumption equal to the future consumption, it's good. But sometimes it's difficult. Okay, sometimes we cannot imagine for the every situation. Okay, so sometimes you can look your consumption have some error. Okay, it means you cannot estimate it. Okay, so you maybe have some surprise change, have a surprise change in income, or a surprise change in consumption. Okay, so just try to see how to explain for the half consumption behavior. So here maybe you can try to see if we cannot imagine. It means when the permanent income is higher than you can look when the permanent income is higher than the current income. Okay, and the consumer are unable to borrow to consume at a higher level predict by the PILCH. Okay, so sometimes let me try to do some change. Okay, and the same also the concern about the savings. They also got this situation because so here you can look. The research suggests that some savings today are bequeathed to children. Okay, or some savings are precautionary, is undertaken to the guide against the unexpected events. Okay, so sometimes, for example, health care cost. Okay, today we step here, everybody all hairs. But maybe tomorrow, maybe not. Okay? Because we don't know about the future. Okay? So sometimes we need to care for our hairs. Okay? So I also remind you, sometimes it's special for the older people, like your parent. For example, my supervisor, actually he was younger than me when I was studying in the UK. But when I joined my oral exam on the 2007 and I come back, okay, after 1 week, my supervisor, he got a stroke, okay, and then he lost his power. His left hand and left leg all become disabled. Okay, so it's very poor situation. So everybody, we need to care for our hairs. If we lose our hairs, maybe we need to spend a lot of money for the health care cost. Okay, so I'm not sure. Sometimes you need to care with your parent. Okay, because now you are so young, so you are look more stronger. But your parent become older, so his health function decrease. Okay, so I hope every day, if possible, you need to send the message or send a line or email with your parents. Just say hello, just talk a little things, okay, and then your parent will be more happy, okay. So I'm not sure. So this is the story. I just to remind you, okay? All right, so this is the consumption and the savings. And we have the break 10 minutes again, and Mr. Tsai. Mr. Tsai, if possible, you can send up your PPT first. And after that, we listen to the Mr. Tsai, his presentation first. Okay?
Hi, my name is Chen Zhu Tsai, and my English name is Shang, and I'm from Department of International Business Management. And this is the topic is the differences between economic and accounting. And the purpose of this paper is to help us to better understand the differences between accounting and the economy. And both of them aim at helping people in making appropriate economic and financial decisions. And this is the outline. I will introduce what is accounting and the economics, and what factors will affect the accounting system. And after that, I will introduce how accountants and the economists contribute to our society, and how these two subjects are similar to each other. And the last one is my conclusion. Accounting is an information science used to collect, classify, and manipulate financial data for organizations, individuals, and stockholders. It is a field that involves recording transactions of financial nature and summarizing, analyzing, and reporting them. And the objective of the accounting is helping internal and external stakeholders to make better decisions by providing them financial information. And their main jobs are recording transactions, keeping financial records, internal audit, reporting and analyzing financial information, and advising on taxation matters. And with the regulation of GAAP, which stands for Generally Accepted Accounting Principles, that is used in America, and the regulations under IFRS, which stands for International Financial Reporting Standard, which is used in most countries, and they regulate that there should be financial statements, and that includes balance sheet, income sheet, statement of cash flow, and the statement of changes in equity. On your left-hand side, it is a balance sheet, and it reports the dollar amount of company's assets, liabilities, and the stockholders' equity. Assets include cash, account receivable, investment, land, buildings, equipment, intangible assets, and so on. And there are ways to show what is asset. There are two ways. The first one is that the company owes it, and we call it asset. And another condition is that in the future it can make revenues for the company, and it can also be an asset for the company. And the liabilities are obligations of the company. These include loans payable, accounts payable, warranty obligations, taxes payable, and so on. And there are also two ways to tell what is liabilities. One is that in the future, it will make expenses for the company, and we can say it is a liabilities. And the last one is the stockholders' equity. And the balance sheet helps you to easily determine a company's financial condition. And on your right-hand side is income sheet. The income statement is a report that shows the flow of revenues and expenses over a period of time. And the time is open from January 1st to December 31st. Analysts use the income statement to look for information and to look for data and change it into information like return on equity and the returns on asset, operating profit, and etc. The income statement typically provides 2 to 3 years of historical data for comparison, and the sheet that I provide is just a simple one. It only provides 1 year, but for formal ones, you will see there will be more than 2 years, and they should come, and they would use this statistic to compare how a company has grown on the revenues. And on the left-hand side, it is statement of cash flows. The cash flow statement shows how much each comes in and how much cash comes in and go out for the company over the quarter or year. It shows how much actual cash a company has generated. It helps information users to understand a company's fundamentals and how the company is able to pay for its operations and the future growth. And on the right-hand side, it is a statement of stockholders' equity. The statement of equity is a financial statement that shows all the changes of the changes of stockholders' equity accounts during the same period of statement of cash flow and the income statement. And in the statement of stockholders' equity, it also includes the amount of comprehensive income that is not reported in the income statement. And the next one is the introduction of economics. Economics is a knowledge concerned with the production, consumption, and the transfer of wealth. It is a social science that focuses primarily on the efficient allocation and the distribution of resources in order to fulfill ultimate want. Economics is divided into macroeconomics and microeconomics. And just as what teacher said, A represents aggregate. So most of the studies that they learned in macroeconomics is all about aggregate of the overall societies. And the microeconomics studies the implication of individual human action, especially about how those decisions affect the distribution of scarce resources. And individual factors are often broken down into subgroups such as buyers and the business owners. These actors interact with the supply and the demand for resources using money and the interest rate as a pricing mechanism for coordination. And now I will introduce what environmental factors that affect the accounting system. And the first one is economics. With complicated economic development, it will produce more problems on accounting system. So the complicated economic development is the more difficult the accounting system is in a country. And on the other hand, if the economic development is easy, then it will not be so much problems on accounting system. And changing of price level will also affect on accounting system, because it will affect on how the accountant change the historical cost in the financial statement. And the example is the inflation. If a country is suffering from inflation, and the accounting system will be lessen the reliability of financial statement and overestimate the revenue. Politics is also related to politics is related to a country's law policy. Therefore, it can also affect the accounting environment. Countries that apply civil law systems, such as Russia, Taiwan, China, and most Europe countries, use laws to regulate accounting, including Company Act, tax law, accounting law, and commercial law. And the countries that apply common law, such as the USA, Canada, India, and Australia, accounting laws will be regulated by accounting profession organizations instead of the government. And factors like technology and education can also affect our accounting environment. With the development of technology, it will complicate our accounting system. And for our education, education is a way to make people understand what accounting is. It will decide the status of accounting in a country, accounting workers' quality, the way how researchers do on the accounting research, and just to name a few. Now I will introduce how accountants contribute to our society. In our society, some accountants are involved in preparing an organization's financial statements. It is likely to include maintaining the legitimacy of accounting systems of an organization or a corporation and supervising some employees. Other accountants work as a corporation's internal audit, while many accountants are independent CPAs who audit the financial statement for many companies or organizations. Others choose to have their own accounting firms, and their main jobs are bookkeeping, tax preparation, and being as an auditor for a company. And for bookkeeping refers to the job of remaining a company's financial records, and it is an essential duty of almost every accountant. And for tax preparation, they should figure out how much a person or company owe to the government in taxes, and they should also find ways to help the company to reduce their taxes in ethical ways and not against the law. And for auditors, they will check for the fraud for a company, and they will also check out the misuse of the company funds and come up with the methods to reduce the unintentional wasting of resources. And all in all, accountants are the backbone of every businesses. Without an accountant, a company can usually not survive. And for the contribution of economists, economists works in a variety of different kinds of jobs. Some economists work for business firms engaged in a wide range of activities, including financial service firms like banks, insurance companies, credit card companies, healthcare companies, or airlines. And some of them will also work for the government. They will gather the data and analyze the inflation rate, unemployment rate, wages, government expenditure, and the international trend in a country. And their professions are using their understanding of consumer behavior and how markets work and advice on business strategies. The similarities of accounting and the economics is that both of them engage in goods and the service. Accounting's job is to record the transactions of goods and the service, and the economics analyze goods and the service. And both of them aim at helping in making sound economic decisions. And besides, both of them also engage in statistics. my conclusion is that strictly speaking, economics can be recognized as a business study. It should be categorized in social science. Economic models can be widely used in international trade, finance, management, and accounting. That is, economics is a fundamental of all business studies, and this is why students from the Department of Business need to study economics. Accounting seeks for determine, explain, and provide using certain measures the state of a company at a point in time and the result of operating a company for a period of time. Both accounting and the economics are similar in dealing with commercial world. The basic idea in these two are somewhat similar. There is math involved in accounting and economics, but not to the level of a mathematics degree. Thank you.
Okay, so any question? Any question? Christine, do you have any question? No questions? Another one? No? Well, you already mentioned about the accounting and the economics. So actually, do you know they have any relationship between them?
The relationship.
Yes. So I mean, why you need to learn economic and accounting?
Because economics is the fundamental skills for all the it's the fundamental subject for all subjects that we learn in administration.
So I mean, what's different between the two courses? They have the basic difference between economic and accounting.
As we can see that accountant they mainly focus on helping the companies to record down all the transactions, and for economics they use they often work for the government, and they check about the inflation or the unemployment rate in all forces like in the country.
Okay, so when the economists they talk some special issue happen or not happen? When the economists they discussion or they present some idea, is the event is a happen or not happen?
I think it depends because economics sometimes will make some predictions. And for accountants, they will mainly just look at what the company provides for them.
So in accounting, they happen or not happen?
It is already happened.
Okay, great. Okay, so thank you so much. All right. Actually, Mr. Tsai present this paper. Actually, it's quite good, but actually it's not easy because he designed all the content all belong to the textbook. Sometimes it's very boring, okay? But I think we already pay a lot of time and effort to try to describe the two different courses, what's different, and then if you learn these two courses, maybe in the future you can do more contribution. But I just try to ask him about the economics and accounting, what's different. So when we study in economics, all the events, they are not happening, okay? So sometimes we just worry about, for example, unemployment or inflation or wage, happen or not, maybe not happen. But we just try to concern if the government can provide a good policy, maybe they can solve the problem, but maybe not, okay? So this is depending on the policy, desire, or decision, okay? But accounting, actually, everything will happen. So we just try to record more sincerely and hope they can provide the company or the government can try to do some improvement. According to last year, they got some special experience, okay? But I think they can do more cooperation, they can help each other. In particular, we all study in the business, okay? So in the future, we need to know how to organize all the business, okay? So I think Mr. Tsai already did a good sample for everybody, and I hope you need to go faster to draw your paper and the PPT, okay? So Mr. Tsai, when you can send your PPT and the paper to me, okay? If you do some revision again, okay? So any question? And the next week is two ladies. So are you ready? Next week? So next week have Jiang Rouxiao and Zhao Yizhen. So the two ladies, are you ready? Okay. So next week we just looking to listen to your presentation. Okay. So just do your best. All right. And the other one is Zhang Zhewei, not here. So I don't know. Zhang Zhewei and Shang Wei. The two gentlemen, someone know them? Did you meet it? Zhang Zhewei and Shang Ye Rang Wei. Someone? I don't know actually. One is American person, one is Taiwanese. Okay. And 24 is for Li Weiren, okay, and Hou Xunhan, okay, and Xia Zhongliang. So you are 24, okay. So if you need any help, just let me know, okay. So today we just stop here, okay. So, would you mind we make a photo together? Because today maybe have the 3-person meeting, but I just worry maybe next time we also cannot all get together. Okay, so now we just make a simple photo together, and maybe I hope every week everybody you need to join this class together. Okay, so maybe next week I also talk the course 1 hour, and the second hour, two ladies present their paper. Okay, so today we just stop here. All right.